Back with cobblestone. The most lovely map you could ever imagine. Besides Inferno, all the trees, the birds, the bees, and everything that is summing up beautiful nature and medieval design. And thankfully, with medieval design and birds and bees, I'm with Jamie, who will guide us together through map number 3 of this best of 3 series at Star Letter with the Hellcase Cup number 7. And you know what I'm seeing, Jamie?
I was really curious, Ash, because I thought you were honestly going to make a reference to England being about, you know, grand medieval design.
No. Why would I do that? I would never make a joke about who does jokes about the UK nowadays. That's so outdated. No one does that. I promise, no one does that. 100% not. But to talk about what actually I'm seeing, we're about to reach the $42,000 prize pool. And
oh yeah,
that's really cool.
That's really cool actually, because a couple of days ago when I was casting Hellcase, it was at only just 39,000.
Yeah,
on 39,000. So we've actually made $2,000 to the prize pool in just a couple of days. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And the thing is, I was actually the one who got themselves through over 40,000. I said to people, "Come on, do it." And yeah. It worked.
Should we get us to 42,000 tonight then? How about that?
That would be awesome. That would be really, really awesome. As you guys can join over at Hellcase, and from then on, get yourself the Hellcase Cup cases, which is a horrible word to say if you ask me. But first of all, we're going into our knife round on cobblestone. As Red Reserve, well, started off not so strong. It's now going to be the site of Kinguin, showing us that the first victory on Overpass was not only an accidental mistake.
Most definitely what they want to be proving out here in the knife round, of course, to go live for Cobblestone. When it comes to these individual teams, there's very little to work off of when you're talking about Kinguin. They've only played it twice since they formed up with this roster, and they lost it both times, but they were very close scorelines versus Red Reserve, who have a very decent track record on this map, but it's against some teams who you wouldn't consider to be very incredible. Admittedly, one of those teams are Quantum Bellator Fire, which is heavily debatable depending on what your perspective of their particular major victory is. You can see them as, oh yeah, they're major champions, or oh yeah, they got 3-0 in both. Oh, sorry, they got 3 lucky matches in the Swiss system. Depending on the way you look at it, you may consider that a good result or not. But consider beating both them and Avangard is actually a pretty consistent achievement. So I'll give Red Reserve that. It's actually a very strong map for them, and I feel like they may be able to steal it away from Kinguin as a result.
I think Avangard is actually a better team than QBF, hands down, right now. It's just my feeling, but both the teams are not on the server. It's Red Reserve versus Kinguin. Both teams trying to get into the top 30 of the HLTV ranking, both highly doing so. Batten finding 2, getting himself a 3rd, not stopping with the 4th, though. He has to be stopped. Reitz takes down the Swede. Beautifully done by Batten, as he secures a very, very good start for his team. But that bomb is safely on his side. As Roland gets that thing down, DJL still has a kit as well as a smoke. It's getting tricky, if you ask me. And that tricky play to get through those choke points on the site. Whilst Freddy Frog knows his teammate has a kit, he's taking his time and coming from behind to use every single angle to take down the Kinguin team.
It'll take him a few extra seconds, but hopefully this may end up getting the retake to work. Roland's going to shut that opportunity down. They're taking Relaxer 2 versus 2, and they're both coming in from Connector and Half-Wall. 2 very similar angles that could be found out here. Roland towards one side, then Anna where both the players are. DJL focusing fire, running out of ammo as it's Roland trying to turn towards the headshot, looking for Freddy. Eventually they sandwich him in. They've got to get on the side, they've got to get the distance down. The kit's been dropped, and Reitz gets himself a 3K, goes up with the bomb, but goes up with the Kinguin cause. The pistol sits to the T-side favor.
That was really not enjoyable to watch, that situation. Because first of all, those frags they started with was lovely. I mean, really, that was insanely well done. But then this. Then the unfortunate ending for Red Reserve in that round. And Kinguin starting off 1-0. Cobblestone, as you've mentioned it, and once more just talking about the statistics, 14 times played by the side of Red Reserve, and from those 14 times, they've got themselves 10 victories, 71.4%. That is the win percentage on this map. The quick maths always working in my brain. And Batten? Those shots are quite nicely on to Rallen. Taking him down to 51. It's a nice thing to have it. Fully
one was a lot worse there.
Yeah. And you're just like, okay, one was lucky, right? But then, ouch.
Yeah, ouch is right. Rallen's going to be saying that over in the Kinguin camp. The AKs are still in play. They've still got a good range game above Red Reserve, but there are all these CZs. There's a PT-50 in place. Let's see what the CTs can do with it. Freddy's going to get up close and personal. Takes down Mouse. He's burning alive. He's going to burn to the hands of Taz. One more player, close range, relaxing, will get shut down by Reitzel. The same 2 versus 4 situation. Blessing and Button, the last 2 left. Smoke down. Blessing off. UMP spraying. The bomb does go down to the AK. Okay. Him. Button left in a 1 versus 4. Scout out. Close range. Does take Reese's head off. That's a very, very good shot. But Maniz comes in for the flank. And unfortunately, there will be no chance here for Red Reserve to steal around the way. 2-0 start here for the Kinguin squad.
It would have been too ironic if he would have killed Rowland as well, but no, they didn't allow us to show that. 2-0 for Kinguin, a strong start, bringing us into a situation where Reserve has to eco through. Relaxa on 3.1 because he's buying up the op as soon as possible. From then on, I'm really, really excited to see how it will go when Red Reserve pick up their first guns here.
That's the main point of the looking towards that gun round. They just want to try and do as much damage with these pistols as possible and jump straight into that 3-0 lead, straight into the rifles. You've got plenty of money to get them out here, or potential. UMP will come through from Pleasant, so we can get a little bit extra utility. Red Reserve will put Relaxer on that AWP with M4s to back it all up. Freddy Frog, will he go for another UMP? Will he go for this straight up M4 buy? He has got enough money for it. Well, actually, he's just barely got enough money for it. Smoke also out for him. And that's the basic utility set here for Red Reserve. Not a whole lot to be working with on this CT side, but they've got the rifles, and that's the most important thing. Hold off against the defensive of the Kinguin side. DJL immediately on the tree. That's something up as well as Placer and close range angle with UMP, expecting Rowland to be here. This is a great grenade. But doesn't do as much damage as he wanted to. I think he overshot just by a little bit from the knees. He's not overshooting these. 2 AWP shots on Relaxer and DJL instantly to the 5 versus 3 favor Kinguin.
Oh, Pleasant though. Look at the direction he's going. He might find Taz and his team off guard. Very, very patient he is. Can't get the first onto Reeds. Might find the second onto Taz, but then gets taken out by Minis. He bought his team a lot of time with that. And especially a Batten who's hiding behind a smoke wall and knows where the AWP is. Minis makes a move, gets taken out. Messino, he might be hurt. I'm not quite sure if the eyes of Batten realize, which are actually the ears, not the eyes. There's a Mousino over onto Long, and there he does it. Free K coming in from Batten and securing the first for the Swedes with 4 casualties on their site, but still success on the board. And that brings now a quite good play by Minis. I think we really can't doubt that he's doing an insanely good job, but from now on, it's got to be a little bit more that they have to bring up, because losing so many players and a Kinguin that is looking strong, at least in the beginning of this win, we don't want to have the deja vu of Mirage, of course. It might just go according to plan for the polls from then on.
I'm Hellcase back out from Kinguin Harbour. Not going to go quietly into the good 9. Actually going to rush this one straight down. DGL close for the UMP. This is a very good spot to play this one. And no one from Kinguin is looking to check towards it. Actually, Reeds eventually does and takes him out the action for it. Taz also connects on Button. 3 versus 5 once again for the favourite of Kinguin. The early entries passes around trying back, but he can't get much more than 1. Relaxer with the AWP. Freddy with another UMP. The bomb goes down. Relaxer can't read onto where it is, so it's a retake scenario. A 2-man advantage for Kinguin. Not looking good right here for Red Reserve, so they're going to back right off, and Kinguin with some extremely aggressive play will make it work to their favour. Reset against the CTs, a 4-1 scoreline. And Kinguin are high-rolling into the early part of Cobblestone.
And that's the thing, if we take a look at Rowland real quick, if he comes in sharp and around the corner, then he might just find Relaxa. That would be a very crucial frag. because as we see him not looking in the wrong direction, Mousino is not doing it. They're hoping for Red Reserve to find themselves in any aggressive situation. Not gonna happen though. The Swedes passive, slow, and chill as it is, and not interested into even trying to prevail against their opponent. 4-1 and 3 players. 100% I see here, Jamie. 200% I see here, Jamie.
And the 2 CZs, of course, contributing to the chances of Red Reserve. A 200% increase in the chances of them being able to steal this round. So, let's see whether it's going to work. Plesson's playing in towards drop down. That's a fantastic position, obviously. The close range spray on the CZ can just shut players down. DJL playing in towards long again, looking for a close range spray. I imagine he'd be looking in that small little danger room. And lo and behold, that is exactly where he is looking out towards. The default coming in from Kinguin. They don't want to fall victim to these CZs, and of course that would be a very dire position to be at. So let's not let that happen today, Kinguin, of course. Press the board actually towards the Hall's position. Molotovs are coming out towards drop-down rounds, trying to get this drop-down control. Plesson has been forced away thanks to these Molotovs. That is about it for one here. 60 seconds remaining. No frags, no damage except for utility damage, and Plesson's still desperately looking for one of these headshots. Kinguin are going to rotate this bomb, actually. They're going to go and decide to commit towards the A site. There are 3 players to be dealing with. Now, actually, this could be a decent defensive coming out from Red Reserve. Yeah,
as we're seeing the close range angles, especially DJL holes. The unfortunate part of him is he's by far, not by far, that's the wrong word, but he's on the bottom of the rating board of Red Reserve. It might be just a little bit of a difference with that. ZZat finds a first into Beneath. Finds the second on the mouse. Nope, he gets denied with that. But Freddy Frog, it could have been a perfect thing. But Batten and relaxes strike. Taz, the last man to survive and get that bomb down against 3 Swedes coming at him. Perfect corner he holds. But I have a bad feeling about Pleasant and the CZ because it seems like he's on the right track.
And of course he does.
What else did you expect, Jamie? What else? Like George Clooney says, you know.
You know what? At the very least, I can sort of forgive it to the sense that it's not just straight up CZ, and there was a little bit of UMP play, and actual, you know,
money invested
play coming out. $500.
You think
what
the
you
ZZ?
Get out of it?
You should get a fee for playing the ZZ, like $1,000 as a fee for playing the ZZ.
Just negative $100 every kill you get.
Yes, that would be a funny idea. You play the ZZ? Okay, we're cool with it, but don't expect us to give you money for it. And then you're in debt suddenly, and you can't buy anything anymore. That would be hilarious. Counter-Strike Economic Simulator. And with that being said, the economy of Kinguin looking partly poor, as it's not delivering us the most of utility on minis. We're not having a Taz with an AK in his hands so far, especially on Mirage. He's not been a really good tool for fragging. So the best chance, the best idea to give him just that certain ZZ.
Kinguin playing in towards that Ball's default once again. Just outside of that, very little will come through again for the T side. They're playing extremely passive, trying to ensure that Red Reserve don't pull the rug from under their hat. And obviously Taz has the CZ as well to be working with, so not quite the best of setups compared to the rifles, but again, Taz has a CZ, and let's see what he'll do with it. Down towards the drop-down room. Reeds and now also heading out towards long. This looks like it's going to be a B split coming in from long and drop. DJL's ready to receive it. Flashbangs come out and Red Reserve stall for as much time as they can, and they are stalling for a decent amount of time. Only 34 seconds remaining, and Relax has got the cross lock with the AWP. Mouse and Reed's got to be good on this one. Roland's trying to make his way into utility drop. We'll get the flashbang over. Here we go. Execution coming out.
No,
Mouse gets DJL, but Plesson on the back step, looking for the spray down on one, dropping the bomb, dropping the AWP, and that's round done. Kinguin don't have time to make this work, and Reeds and Mouse will just have to hold back on the B side. We'll try to pick in the drop down. Mouse will get one, but Reeds will trade back 1 versus 1. Actually, he's got the bomb. This could still be possible, but he's got to get on site right now. I think he's just missed the window he has. And that will be a 3rd round that Red Reserve will time out the Kinguin side and steal away for their CT side.
Well, the economy, there we go. Pause. It's tactical from Taz. Well, you don't want it to be like, I don't know, Mirage, right? Because it's a little bit of a shame when you're getting yourself on the right track, you find yourself in a good pace, steady, solid, and then swoosh. Out of nothing, you get slapped in the face and have to wake up to the reality that you're certainly not as solid and going in the right direction as you expect it to be. Because I would have said personally that Kinguin, with that certain, if I'm not totally wrong, yeah, 4-1 lead, could have just secured themselves a much more with this. But on the other hand, why, in God's name, are they consistently then falling apart in such situations? I mean, Red Reserve, we don't need to mention that they're a bad team, far away from it logically, but Kinguin have the opportunities to do so.
And they do. The aggression isn't necessarily bad, it just seems like a bit of a rocky start on this cobblestone map, but broken out the big guns here, Zesht. 3 CZs in play and the 2 AKs for Reitz and Taz. Still actually not that bad of a buy-up, all things considered, actually. The 2 rifles can do some serious headshot damage against players who are all rocking armor. Reitz and Taz can still get some nice entries. Unfortunately, we're bound to get the entries. He gets himself 4 kills. As Kinguin pour out of drop straight into molten hot lava and melt to pieces. It's rather than 1 versus 4. And this will be a 4th round on the board for Red Reserve. There's no way around this one here, mate. Might do something. Maybe if we get Barton close. Never mind. Barton gets an ace. Thanks to his UMP spray, and Kinguin, unfortunately, just being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Sometimes in life we are at the wrong place at the wrong time. And being at the wrong place at the wrong time is sometimes leading to, well, either casting Counter-Strike or dying somewhere and drop. It's well, welcome to Life Simulator 2018. I'm Zesh and I'm here joined.
Oh, well, what's that? You failed at going pro? Oh, what's that? There's this great kid called casting.
I'm a German.
Okay,
we can't go pro. We can't go pro. I mean, you can't. You plus
no,
100 can't go pro.
Right,
but
you're right. We're both in the same boat here, Zesh.
Yeah, we're not Scandinavians. We're in the wrong country for that kind of stuff. And with that being said, Pleasant, as he shows his Swedish dominance, takes down Mausino. With Alexa finding the bomb as it was carried on the back of minis. Now the team should just rotate over, secure that C4, and hope that the Kinguin team are not pistol and ZZ gods.
Fortunately, he's not been seeing much of the CZ god in this map, actually. A lot of the CZ kills have kind of been in situations where the CZ is at an advantage, obviously pressure being applied from all angles with extra guns like rifles and SMGs. So with these 3 CZs, either Reitz, Taz and Rala have to pull up the miracles of the unbalanced CZ, or they will be conceding a 5th to the favour of Red Reserve. Of course, there's still 50 seconds remaining, so there's plenty of time for me to get tilted. Let's find out if they can do so. Some
it's
utility
like
pouring in.
Seconds are running down. It's a Jamie enraged or not enraged counter. And we might have found our first victim, Freddy Frog. 2 ZZs alive. And today's your lucky day,
close.
Jamie. Today's your lucky day. I would have to say that. Kinguin, the ZZs, not successful today. Once in a while, at least.
Once in a while. Yeah. At the very least, you know, it does make a little bit more sense that in the context of this game, how the CZs are doing. But you should never take that for a given right here. 5-4. Red Reserve in the lead. AWP coming out for them. Of course, the M4's staying in play, and the AK is getting bought out for the Kinguin side. They are on 4 rounds of lost bonus. 1 more round. They probably have to eco maybe half by and look for another round of max lost bonus. But actually a pretty decent set of utility to back up all these AK-47. Question that we'll get one out by Meniz. Spraying on through, didn't know the bottom was there, but gets the headshot anyway to kick things off for his squad. So Kinguin out of the gate instantly into this one. 5-on-4 to the favour of the T side.
Yeah, and that favor for the T side right now might just give those lads the final 5th one to go back into the game. I still don't feel happy about this. Far away from it, actually, because from my point of view, I don't know how you feel about it, Jamie. It is Kinguin once more starting off quite decent, then falling apart again, and I don't see them right now, just from the progress of the last few rounds, going in the right direction, shutting down Red Reserve.
I'm feeling kind of the same sort of play. They can't really seem to shut down Red Reserve, as we're going to see right here. I mean, actually, we say that, but they're actually managing to get the picks to their favor, so maybe we are entirely wrong of their own accord. But the aggression from Kinguin is something they really need to channel in future rounds as well, so it needs to not just be this one round. If it carries on in the next rifle as well, if Relaxer falls to the AWP, then that's also a nice big pickup for Kinguin. It's a big green gun. No, it'll take out Reeds, so
at least one.
At least one more frag. At least one. At least one frag going to the favor of the AWP. DJL got one on the defensive, making it actually 2 overall. Another frag for Red Reserve, and actually that would mean, a nice amount of damage done to Kinguin that they can use against them in the next upcoming rifle. Of course, Red Reserve have money in the bank. They can fall by in the next one. For the time being, it looks to be 5-5. Kinguin are going to equalize against the Swedes for the moment.
Yeah. Terrorists win. Now, terrorists securing themselves the first. The CTs still have a decent economy, and well, in the spotlight is definitely Batten with 15-6. He's standing with a big difference on top of that scoreboard of the Red Reserve site. See right now does a quite good job for his team, getting themselves onto the 5th and maybe any further, because if Kinguin falls short in that one, I just see themselves having no further chance gaining a decent economy, and also the following up rounds from then on. Red Reserve should not only secure a few more, but also themselves the half. But first of all, we need to see the outcome of this. Now, Cena already getting a lot of damage from the grenade, and the Molotov blocking him off. Damage-wise, it doesn't look good on Kinguin at the start.
Amount of damage. Instead of actually Mal's getting the first frag on Relaxer, so that's a very nice start here from the AK-47 player of Kinguin. Again, this is the aggression that we need to see them come out with. Again, I was mentioning it in the last round, they need to be able to take down Red Reserve pretty clinically, and now the Kinguin aggression is starting to do that. But next man up and next man down. DJL and Freddy Fro. Well, he's trying to catch off stragglers towards his connector position, but they won't find it. As Reitz takes it out, it's all up to Freddy, a 1 versus 5. Again with the AWP, picking off 1 frag, but that's all they will find here. It seems like Red Reserve are going to concede another to Kinguin. And with 2 rounds of lost bonus, the money in the Red Reserve economy is looking pretty bad so far. They have got a little bit. I mean, pretty bad is saying at least.
No.
Oh, Freddy, no. Okay, second face will take him down, but Ryland's close, and Ryland will take him out, so now there will be virtually nothing to work with. We have got 6,800 on Relaxer, which is a bit of a spike compared to what the rest of Red Reserve have, but I don't know if he's going to be able to do anything with it. I'm not sure if the options available to Red Reserve have anything to do with that economy. Good drop off of your pistols, actually. That looks like what he's going to be doing here. The Deagles, the CZs coming out for Red Reserve. They're going to go for a bit of a half by quasi eco for this round, it seems.
And a classic mistake we're seeing here, investing $700 instead of $500 into pistols. So far, we have learned that is not the key to success. As Aristotle has already said, the ZZ is the only thing that will make your life worth living. And as he said that, 100% sure, I'm really sure he said that, it's going to be the Deagles probably not bringing the success down to Red Reserve in that situation. No, DGL, down to 7 HP. Can't find anything yet, as he at least gains a little bit of information. Kinguin leaning massively towards the B side. Their focus is already set, and Rowland's positioning, it's just a matter of seconds until they got the control of the B site.
At least appreciate DJL realizing his position. He's the only man without an upgraded pistol, so just baiting out the shot to know the AWP is definitely out towards long, and they've got presence towards long, so now the upgraded pistols, the men who are slinging the big bollocks, can do the work. And yeah, Relaxer picks up Rowland. Simple headshot for the first round of rifles. DJL goes as does Bart, and unfortunately, that one Deagle shot is all Relaxer's going to be able to do, as Reitz clinically picks apart the heads of the CT side. Now, 3 versus 4 for Plested and Freddy, a Deagle and a CZ. The bomb will go down here, so it looks like it's going to be 7-5 to the favor of Kinguin, as all the rest of the players do get closed in on. Pleston does get the AK out of contention and just about escapes with his skin. Everybody's take down the knees, but eventually Reitz connects those 2 frags together for the ace. We've been seeing a lot of aces today here, Zesh. I don't know what it is. It's all across this series. We've seen ace after ace after ace from Kinguin and Red Reserve players.
Even if it's just an eco or otherwise. Yeah, that's the thing. And well, I think an ace in every color so far, an ace in every shape we had, and well, it's kind of brilliant on the stats page, but It doesn't really help you when it's just those eco aces. Still, the RWS and ECA will love you for that. And with that being said, Kinguin on to the 7th.
What
are you saying?
We're not playing.
No, I know we're not playing ECA. I'm just saying that. It's just a general notice. Maybe they can talk about that later. But first of all, DJL taking a lot of damage towards the A-long section where bullets are raining down in his chest. And he's running out of options for Alexa, as well as Freddy Falk are getting themselves a certain double. That opens up chances for Red Reserve and the Swedes to get back into it and to deny Kinguin's streak of rounds.
Very close to the end of the half as well. Can kind of cripple the economy. There's still enough for Kinguin to force the issue back. Those 2 frags have cost them Ron and Mouse and Moniz down to extremely low amounts of HP. So actually a decent advantage game by Red Reserve for the moment in time here. Yorkshire Moniz is still looking for anything he can towards his A-bomb site, focusing fire towards Connector. Freddy and Relaxer both out towards Wood. The A-bomb site itself. Time will tick away. Kinguin will bide their time at the very least, try and creep their way together into the A-bomb site without making a mistake that will cost them the round. They could still take these 2 players down. That's all they've got here for the Red Reserve squad. Freddy, first man up, dropping a bomb. AWP will challenge him. Relaxer peeks out wide to take him down. Reitz will get 2 frags in exchange, however. The AWP still could do some work here, but an ace clutch is required to try and make this one. Unfortunately, he crosses straight into DJL, who shuts him down with 9 HP. That is a 6th round on the board for Red Reserve. And Kinguin, well, again, the money line is looking pretty damn broken for the moment.
And as we're at it, it's a lovely, lovely, lovely round. And a lovely game we're actually having. The first one was a little bit short. I mean, the overtime on Mirage was nah. And then as we're at it right now, this is the Counter-Strike that goes back and forth. I mean, we could just now argue. It's a little bit of both teams being not 100% focused and the spot. And I would partially agree with it. We're right now seeing that being the case. But on the other hand, this back and forth shows how much both teams are giving themselves nothing, as this lovely, lovely Hellcase Cup number 7 offers a lot of money, and there's a lot on board for the team, as their Pleasant finds the first Mousino, finds him instantly. Relaxa gotta react, but there's a smoke wall in front of him, and his chances are being eliminated.
DJL early spray, cost him his position and cost him his life. Moniz will get a trade back. Relaxer also towards long. We'll take Moniz and the big green gun of the seaside out of play. But 3 versus 2 retake. This is less than likely unless Relaxer goes ham. He's peeking towards the right side, but Mouse sprays him down as a result. It's all Freddy. 1v3, and Mouse even knows where he is, so only telepathy worthy for the Kinguin player, and Mouse will look to try and use it to his advantage. A 3k for him, correctly predicting where the CT player is, and that's an 8th round on the board for Team Kinguin to reset Red Reserve, who going into this last round of the half have about as much money in their bank accounts as the Bank of England currently do. This is not looking good here for the CT side.
It's like they're having a different currency. I mean, if this would be a pound, I think $1,050 are probably like 16 pounds or so in currency if we're converting it. And with that being said, I have a little bit of a deja vu, dear Jamie. It's something, those 6-9 score lines, which we might have again here for Kinguin. They're very similar to what to add on Mirage, for example.
You okay there, buddy? I don't know if that caught on stream or if you muted your mic early enough, but Zesh just sneezed really hard into his mic, so just making sure he's okay. Yeah, he's still going.
Ah, there I am again. I don't want that the pure is getting the flu as well. I'm not even sick. It's a goddamn season where all the things are flying around in the air and it gets into your nose and you're screwed. Maybe you know, I don't know the word for it in English, but it's some kind of allergy. But it seems like at the moment Kinguin is also kind of allergic to the B site, as they're not daring to make any approach towards it. A single man whose rates going on too long, and as he said, Jamie. Oh, and there's another. No, it's a Max 7. That's even better. I love to see that right now.
See, that's an example of a gun that's at least balanced to a certain degree. You can't take long range and close range engagements with a Mag 7 and consistently win them. No, you have to take a close to mid range engagement. Even in the mid range engagement probably won't work out to your favour. So That's a balanced weapon right there, and unfortunately Red Reserve will be losing it. Quick trades back, but DJL's got an AK to work with thanks to that CZ. He gets himself 2 before Rowland trades him out, but that's still a 3 versus 2 to the favour of the CT side. Rowland will trade it back to 2, however. Freddy Frog still kicking. UMP out, gonna line up both the frags. And there you go, the opportunities are opened up by the CT players. And they keep it in a very, very close scoreline here to close out the half. 8-7, again to the favour of Kinguin, but I think that may be the closest scoreline we've had so far this series.
I am actually agreeing with you in a second once I 100% checked it. Because accuracy is what you need in life, but you're actually 100% right there, Jamie. You're 100% right about it. As accurate as Swiss watches and German V8 or flat 6 engine. I think flat 6 is a little bit better for that. Talking about it though, it's got to be full throttle for any of the teams, and especially in my point of view, if Kinguin catches the momentum, for some reason, every time they did that, Red Reserve found a way to shut them down. This is the fascinating thing. Red Reserve never, when they gained momentum, Red Reserve, they were not being able to shut down so far. Saw it on Mirage, right? They were just winning, I think it was 13 rounds in a row. Kinguin never found the way until the end to take down the opponent bit by bit. And I personally think that, well, the team from Sweden, if their Volvo is running on high RPM, then they are highly able to find Kinguin weak spot and go home before it's 1 AM.
Great, nice tap, and the second. Right now, Preston and DJL. Freddy will be able to trade Taz back to a 3 versus 3, but they've dropped the bomb for a couple of seconds, at the very least holding on to the timer. Hold on a moment, Relaxer and Barton do trade out as Maniz takes Freddy Frog. Mouse is the last man left. 1 versus 2, still dropping the bomb, challenging Barton back towards the drop down room, gets the headshot. And a 1v1 clutch now ensues, but Relaxer's got the taps on through. He will equalise 8-8. Red Reserve steal a pistol away. And now looking for a couple of conversions. Kinguin don't have a money loss bonus. Their money is also just as low as the Bank of England's current money line. So I'll keep running that joke home. We are in a state at the moment.
That's 100% fine. I'm okay with that. I mean, so far we don't have any counters like Theresa May who tells us don't do it. Stay out of it. And yeah. So I guess that's okay. I barely know anything about Theresa May, so I don't even have anything to say about her. I know she's just...
do not want to get me started on this topic.
Okay, I will not get you...
want to.
No worries, mate. I got you 100 with that, so we're not... I remember the last time I got you started on the topic, it was about Justin Bieber. I remember that, because we talked about Never Say Never.
This too. Don't get me started on that one either, mate. The cost amount.
And, well, never say never. It is Maniz, who got himself a Deagle and might repeat the Justin Bieber movie history, but it's quite hard. DJL on 5 HP. He's a body shot away from dying. Probably same for Freddy Frog. In the end, a single $700 pistol is not the key to success, and Red Reserve will 100% take the lead in round number 17. After we've seen once more Kinguin starting off not as strong as we had it on Mirage, but in a certain similar way, they're falling apart again. And you're trying to collect the words. I see it, Jerry. I see it.
If I ever meet you, mate, you have no idea.
Well, what is coming at me? I have no idea yet. I'm really excited to hear it, though. It's probably... I hope it's something good.
Oh, no, it's most definitely not good. Trust me. Rest assured. Rest assured, it is nothing good.
That's not what I want to hear.
For Kinguin, who are going full eco. Fair enough, they want the rifles out for this one. USPs and P2Ks and 3 HEs to try to put the Raining Thunder down, but they are placing this one carefully, actually. DJL to pick the first frag. Falling down as well. They're still keeping the HEs in place somehow towards this B-bomb site, but... now, how are they going to use them on the retake if they want to go for the retake? Again, they might as well. They're not losing anything. You know, they're going to make more than enough money back to buy these nades and then some in the first rifle round that's coming up after. And Reserve win their 10th. The bomb's still yet to get planted. Still a minute to go, so just playing this one carefully, ensuring there is no CT lurker. Trying to shut down that bomb planter, and actually
there's one
down towards connector. DJL only receives a little bit of damage in trade.
I'm really disappointed, Jamie.
What?
I expected more. I expected more from those grenades. As They were all pulling the pin and seemed to be ready to do the freeze, but nope, they got denied. And double digits now on Red Reserve. Kinguin finally can afford those rifles. The question is, are they able to use them in the right manner? Will they use them as a tool to kill the opponents or not? Because at that point in time, I feel partially disappointed about them. And Red Reserve, they don't even feel 100% occupied yet. It's a job of Kinguin to do exactly that.
Reserve actually having a bit less in the toolkit than we expecting here. Again, I guess they're trying to just get as much value out of this UMP and this Galil as they can before they have to buy into the AKs full on here. Versus Kinguin, they're limited on utility sets. They got two smokes and 2 flashbangs remaining, making just 1 now. As Taz uses his Red Reserve ready for the execution. Here it comes, flashbang over. Mal's just peeking up on top of the fountain, boosted up, taken down 2. Reitz gets the 3rd, and Red Reserve will crumble to pieces. Relax, ready will trade 2, 3, 4. Never mind. They're still in this one. And Taz is alone, the veteran to clutch it for the Poles. Relax is going to hear where he's coming in from, so now he knows exactly what to do from here. Just sit back, wait, give Free the chance to Molotov him back towards Connector, get the bomb, get the plant. And Relaxer is ready for his 3K. This is going to be an 11th round. I do not see Taz making it out of this one. And there it is, the headshot coming out. And there's no chance for the veteran player of the Polish squad.
It's incredible how Red Reserve got themselves that back. I'm not 100% sure how this is all working and how this is all happening, and if I'm really feeling 100% certain this is alright, but hey, 11-8 and the Swedes are not being stopped. They're not into this, and they're definitely there to shut down Kinguin. I mean, the shaky performance on Overpass was something that was statistically looking better. I think they learned a lesson from that, but otherwise, I don't know how you feel, Jamie, but it feels like Kinguin, they have a little bit of a focus problem right now and a bit of a structure problem.
Well, yeah, I guess that's kind of a very fair way to put it. Obviously, they're a relatively new team, so they're going to have a couple of structural problems they're going to have to work out. You know, they've very recently been they went straight into action, they went straight into matches. There's been very little time for these guys to restructure themselves. So when the honeymoon period is kicking in, obviously, the general teething problems of a brand new team and the structure issues that come with them will still rear their ugly head. Speaking of rearing its ugly head, the CZ is back. Mouse has gotten 2 frags. Taz and Reitz also picking up a couple of pistol kills. And Relax is on 26 HP. Mouse has got an AK. And Kinguin may be able to clutch this out once again. Mouse for a 3K. Relaxer just for 1, but it will be a very important one for Red Reserve. Mouse has spotted him, taking him out. That's a 3K.
5 words.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to CZ Go. I'm your host, Switchblade Jay. Joining me with my co-commentator is none other than Zesht. When is this nerf coming, please?
I have 5 words for you, Jamie.
What?
You hate to see it. And C written with ZZ. You really hate to see it. You really, really hate to see
it.
Yeah. You hate to see this. It's not that bad, actually. I like that. That's a good new meme on HLTV. Include that. Make it possible, because it's not. We're from Bulgaria. Another classic, of course, and the one what Hooch just recently written to Giuliano. But
don't even get me started on that one, please, dude.
I love it. But on the other hand, Pleasant utilizing the timing right, finding the knees, Taz ripping off one hand, not the second though. And with that happening, Rallen Reitz as well as Mouse will have an economic problem, because what we see right now is not looking that brilliant. Because on the one hand, if they're getting shut down right now, Kinguin, economic drought is coming directly at them. It's hitting them and punching them really hard in the face as Batten finds the headshot onto Mouse. It's making the odds look good for Red Reserve.
Yeah, very quickly out of the gate, getting the trades and the damage and taking that orb out to kick things off. Kinguin gonna concede this one, and as you were saying earlier as well, no money to fall back on. This is a reset round for the CT side. And I imagine that this is going to start to put some of the nails in the coffin for Kinguin in this series. This is looking like 12-9, reset, maybe a force by 13-9, eco 14-9, and there we go. But there is not a good future ahead of Kinguin in this round. At the very least, they will pick up Button, get the AWP right back to work with, and they're going to find another opportunity to take these two out of the action. So there are some rifles staying in play. The money line isn't looking amazing for Kinguin. $1,900 at, well, sorry, $1,400 at worst on the knees, and Mouse had a couple thousand, so they will invest in the M4s, dropping a couple of rifles here, there, and everywhere. So one more chance to find a way back. But I think if they lose this next round, it may be game, set, and match here, Zesh.
It probably is, and that's the unfortunate part, as Kinguin took the long way, had a very hard match there. Back on Overpass, and from Overpass, they've gotten themselves nearly into a victorious comeback on Mirage. Didn't make it, though, and that so close, but not working comeback forced them to go for our next map, which is here, right now. Cobblestone.
This default once again in reserve. I think they realise that Kinguin are force sport. I think they know that they've got all these rifles out to play with here. It's not just those two they saved. I think they can connect the dots to the most logical positioning here for Kinguin. Made a way into drop down room for it. Does Freddy expect Rallen up to be up here on the tree position? This is a very good angle actually. If we can lock this out, very nice start for Kinguin, but no. Shoulder peek gets a bit of damage, but not a kill. Now, as you can see, it's quite an amount of information that Kinguin probably wouldn't have wanted to give it away. 3 seconds left. Pleasant moving up. Gonna find these 2 CTs out here. Actually, there's 3 CTs overall, and he will get dealt with by Mouse, who picks him off the action. Peeks coming in from Freddy, still towards drop down room. The bomb's going to rotate towards the A site, and there is only one man here in the knees with the AWP. And he's going to take the first man. Okay, the AWP is down. What more can you do from here? A 5-on-3. Great flashbang from Taz. Reitz follows it up, taking out Freddy Frog. And, well, this is the structured Kinguin that we want to see. If they can channel this in the future, then they will be looking like a much more than a top 30 team. But DJL gets 2 frags.
Is he hungry for more?
Right, the players moving in. Can't get the third, unfortunately, and there was an opportunity that he could have taken more there, Zesh. But unfortunately, that is not to be the case. Team Kinguin do steal away a round they really needed to steal. Bring things now within 2 at 10-2. 2-12, wow.
You're on the right track. It's fine. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. I got you. I got you there. Quick maths, as usual. And those quick maths are bringing us to the following conclusion. We see 3 players are more likely 4 not having the best economic conditions. Ron is the only one with over $2,000 on the board. Red Reserve, well, they also have an economic problem. If Relaxa, this team are not able to buy themselves into the next rounds, then they will have a real economic problem on, well, at least 2 players. Batten and Pleasant. But otherwise, don't count them out. Manise takes so much damage. 64. As those 64 bits of health are lost on him. Gets us back to that number 23. As round number 3 decides pretty much if Kinguin will come closer to the unfortunate fate, or if they're able to stay alive. Wow. What was that? Did he just quickly flick onto the other one, as it seems like that was the case? Rel and Manise are both low HP, so Batten as well as Relax are highly able to do so. As smoke is onto Batten, he could get himself there close towards that certain door, but instead, height advantage he's choosing. Pop that smoke and get that bomb down. This is right now focus and your number 1 priority.
2 versus 4. Manise catches Barton, however, and that puts Relax's job in very high contention. Spots 2 more players, takes a little bit of tag damage, but flashbanged over against Reitz. Can't connect the frag overall. Still knows there's one here towards the drop down room. He's trying to get a good advantage, and Rowland's going to peek around, unfortunately. Not accounting for the lone player to come in for the backstab, so Kinguin will take an 11. But with Now's shots in particular, that was very impressive because he took the headshot on the first, and the spray control to try and connect him to that first player actually caught the second player that was jumping like in between the crossfire.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit of luck, but also equally just as good skill coming in from Mouse to control that to land on both heads. So Kinguin open the round with that double kill and close it out now within 1 of Red Reserve's lead. So this comeback is now on from the polls. Red Reserve have one more force buy to try and force the issue away from them.
As you're saying, exactly that. Players are now making their move towards the B side once more. Pleasant takes a lot of ground. For Mousino being very close. I'm not quite sure if he's being affected by the flames. No, not yet. The grenade takes him down to just 97. So no big issue we're seeing from the HC at that point in time. Kinguin in a big cluster to pole stand. Very close to each other. Now spread out again with Reeds going back towards the dropper section 4. Now 5 players are going to make the move on that site. A smoke wall that has been built up. Mouse finds the first. Friday Frock is taken out of the game. And now Red Reserve got to continue to take players down as they used to do so.
One goes down. Roland trades out Relaxer as Taz goes falling. It's a 4 versus 3 man advantage, but Pleasant just there as the smoke blooms. It clears 2 players out of the server as well. And Mouse will get a trade back, keeping things even. Is still in high contention right now. The AK of DJL takes damage, but takes one more man back in the LWP. The knees! A quick scope to splatter DJL's brains all across the B bomb site. Just clutches it out for Kinguin. We're 12-12 now. As the CTs have done it. They have managed to equalize against the Swedes and force them down to a tactical pause as called by DJL. This one is a very necessary one here, man.
I don't know what to feel about that, though, Jay. It was just what we had, I think, around 12-9. I'm quite sure around 12-9 we had ourselves something along the lines of no economy for Kinguin in the upcoming one, and also Red Reserve looking extremely strong, skill-wise. Also their wallets quite filled, bank accounts perfect. And then, right like that. So, life comes at you pretty fast. That's probably the best way to put it. And that life comes at you pretty fast is a very, very good point at that point in time. And as it comes faster and faster towards you, Kinguin.
Oh, Lord.
Do they get this or don't they get this?
Oh, Lord. I'm actually kind of scared here, Zach. There's 4 CZs for Red Reserve. Thank you, Ease, for picking the first frag. Just denying a little bit of silliness here from the Red Reserve T side, but the potential is still a riot for them to force the issue back into the round and force a round away from Kinguin. They've taken a tactical pause to decide on this one. They could have ecoed very easily and got a much more defined buy, but that just speaks volumes. The fact that they decided that above the CZs. There's still 3 of them in play alongside an AK for DJL. Reese has got to get this frag on Pless unless Plesser gets him close range. Nope, the head. That's taken off. You want to have a little bit of control towards the long position.
Jay, how's the movie with the sharks called? Jaws?
Yeah.
I think the Jaws music would be exactly it when always a ZZ comes around the corner.
You can see it's got like a bit of a backwards spin on it right there.
Yeah, right, 100%. It is like a bit of a shark. Why did no one actually think about that kind of skin? But talking about it though, Freddy Frock and Batten with the shark kind gun now going full throttle onto that side of A where 3 players are awaiting them. DJ All starts off strong, finds Taz, avoids being shot, and Minnie's taken out as well. This was the last active pillar of defense on the side of A. That bomb is down. And the ZZs are showing how lethal they are. Freddy Frog not standing in a really good position for that AWP. As from above, players can always come and take him down. He's having a really, really bad tunnel vision once he stays there and tries to take players down from the balcony.
The rifles have been picked up. M4. Button turns his M4 onto Rowland. And Reets and Mouse popping out of the hot, gonna try and make the retake work up against 3. They take the AWP out of play. M4 getting close. Reets has got a line of both. Fraggy spot Barn takes him down, but the frags go to the favour of the P's-on as DJL remains the last man remaining. And yes, the force buy will work to the favour of Red Reserve. Thankfully, it wasn't so CZ orientated as I really anticipated it to be. A lot of that frag damage was done by DJL and his AK-47, and after the rifles were picked up, those all got the frags. I think there was only one CZ kill in that entire round, so no tilt for me today, but
no tilt
there's
for
still a few rounds
today?
left. Let's not hold our breath, because there are CZs out for this round as well.
I think it's more like no tilt for you this second. And in this second, you're staying out of it. No enraged J we're going to meet. And grenades, that he hurts Reeds quite massively at that point in time. Puts him down to 64. And Lux and Batten holding control towards A long and middle. Hoping that the players, and taking care that behind there's no one to come and take down the aggression. But that deep nades, they're exchanging those tiny balls full of explosive material. As Pleasant 49, Reeds 64. The only bits of damage that have been extracted so far, only through grenades.
This is default stuff to wrap up as well. Reserve will be looking for a little bit more out of that. Reeds tempting fate with this CZ, but fortunately Frey's not going to peek into his crosshair. It's been needs to get the first frag for the favour of Kinguin. A good start with the AWP. AK can get picked up by Roland or Reeds if they want to rotate in time, but Reserve aren't going to give him that chance and not going to give him that breathing room at all. They're putting utility down. They've got top down. They line up for Mouse. He sprays his way on through and gets himself a 2K. DJL and Relaxer both out towards long. A 2 versus 5. A serious clutch then to turn things around. But it's in the first 2v5 that Red Reserve have won, and they are running out of time. Kinguin have awkward positions, but Mouse is a good one. As he takes down DJL, looks for Relaxer, looks for his headshot, taps his way on through. The AWP will pick him off. Relaxer's got a 1 versus 4 to work with and 1 HP to do it in. It's just not going to happen. As Kinguin equalise, they're all even up once again. Another pause to come from the Swedish squad.
It's getting tougher and tougher right now for both of the teams. They're not giving each other anything. Not at all. Not in any second. Not at any point in time. No presence from any of the players. From any of the individuals right now we're seeing here. And it doesn't stop a second. I don't know what to say about this, dear Jay, because I personally feel like there's a lot much more to go. And with that being said, you can only hope and pray that any of the teams fights the right direction into it. And we see Red Reserve that their economy is pretty much down the drain and will allow Kinguin to get up to the 14th. But ZZs and pistols in general have surprised us so far. Very, very often.
P250's out for Red Reserve. They're going for the eco frags. They're literally looking for lost bonus this time. So actually, I can't complain too much about the fact they haven't got the CZs in place. So just these PT50s, just what they can do, rushing it down, trying to get a bomb plant at best. A couple frags at the worst. Button will pick one, and the second. Okay. Well, Plesson's going to get another Taz, trying to restore order with the UMP. Takes one more down.
And does so.
It's a double kill, but that's damage done to Kinguin regardless. And apparently the CZ is not the only pistol that needs a nerf here, Zesht.
Oh, the P250 is fine. I think that was just really, really well executed shots in the end. As though, yeah, I think overwhelming so far has only been that lovely, lovely ZZ. And it would be a tough pill to swallow for Red Reserve. After actually getting themselves into the right direction to take down Kinguin, and we're just a few meters away from stepping through the gate to winning this series. Now it matters the most. Shots coming in. Taz down to just 64 points of health. When you take a look at the economy real quick off the side of Red Reserve, in case they're getting disambled in this one, in case they're getting taken out, fully shreked, there's going to be no dollar left. No big stacks of money in the bank accounts of Red Reserve, and that minimizes your chance of success.
Maybe the default's coming out. No frags, no major amounts of damage. I guess Taz on 64 is kind of major, but not a significant amount considering the position he's holding. It doesn't really matter that much. Relaxer is going to peek straight into him. But takes the dink. No, much more than that. Kinguin turn the tables back on the damage, but definitely not the frags. Actually, Plesson's going to get the first opener down on the knees. Reeks will try and trade. Relaxer goes for him. The button trades him out. Taz also taking Plesson, eventually finishing the job that he started. And the bomb will go down. 3 versus 3 health advantage for Kinguin. And a positional advantage as well, considering they've got long and connector and balcony push coming out. Rowland takes Freddy. The Mao's looking in for the next man, trying to catch a good angle on Button for DJL. Eventually, Rowland and Mao simultaneously peak, and they find themselves a 15th match point. It is for Kinguin. Oh man, oh man.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
The thing is, dear Jay, and that is the most unfortunate about it, Red Reserve got themselves that certain bomb plant. That's nice, right? We can count that in as a nice bonus, but it's either a rifle and armor and then no utility, or a not so decent rifle and armor and utility. So the choices are pretty much down to 2, and we see Relaxa being the only one here with the deal. Question is, how much can Red Reserve make it work with just that very basic buy? We see AK ×2, Galil ×2, and a lot of faith on the side here of Red Reserve.
Final push in, the final stand for them. Tad's going to take the brunt of it, but taken down actually initially by DJL. He will get traded back by Rala. Maniz's got the AWP, locks out the first, backing off, but the T's are starting to crumble to pieces, eventually turn things back to a 3 versus 3. But there's low HP on Plesson and Freddy Frog. Relax is okay. That's one man of the Red Reserve line as the 2 low HP players get picked off. Relaxer is not moving.
He timed out. Oh,
I
no.
can't believe he's timed out.
Okay,
Okay, it's back. Okay, he's back. Good, good, good. With the bomb out in the open, up against 3 CTs, trying to take a burst fire against 1 on the Galil.
His position is quite nice because he has only 1 action angle, but yeah, there we got it. Ralen taking him out, and it is the Polish side going out of this successfully in the best of 3 series. It took a lot of time, but in the end, we made ourselves through. And oh, you only see words. Now you see Jamie. Okay, for a second you only saw Discord words. Now you see Discord Jamie. And I mean, the best of 3 series, the first one was quite easy, and Evangar was quite dominant at it. And then we also had, well, right now this, with Kinguin nearly coming back on Mirage after playing a very, very tight overpass in Red Reserve. It was very close, but it wasn't enough in the end, because I don't even know what was the winning moment for Kinguin, but it was the spirit, I think, there, especially at the end of Cobblestone, that kept them going and going and going.
Well, in the famous words of one band, they tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter for Red Reserve. They couldn't make it through, and in this case, on the single elimination bracket, they will fall to the hands of Kinguin, who will take the first spot in the quarterfinals of the playoffs for the Hellcase Cup to face off against 1 of 4 invited teams to that particular stage. So keep it locked for all that. That's a very exciting time. Kinguin will be the first team to get that far. And obviously for them, in the grand scheme of things, it's a fantastic showing because of how much they really are investing into this Polish roster. The fact that they've got Taz, a major player in the Polish game, and having this new roster rebuilt up, the fact that they really want to see some good results early on, the fact that they've had a shaky start to get this best of 3 win. I think they're first in the best of 3 series and they win it. That's a fantastic showing for the likes of Kinguin, and a fantastic showing for Taz's leadership as well.
Yeah. And as you said it, I just once more can remind you, we have not, unfortunately, cracked the lovely 41 or 42,000 euros, but that's how it is in the end. And Jamie, I thank you very, very much for this lovely cast. I really, you know, I have to be very honest with you. Casting till 40 past 12, or 40 past midnight is not that much fun to me most of the time, but I really enjoyed it this time. And only the most kind words, logically, to the man who's technically not sitting beside me, but on your screen, sitting to my right. And that was Hellcase Cup number 7. That was Jamie and me taking care of the best of 3s we had on this Sunday. I hope you enjoyed it. Logically, follow the man to my right and me on the social media. And we're going to get you guys next time, catching you up at the lovely Star Ladder channel, the Hellcase Cup number 7. Have a good night.